Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today with another Ken doll unboxing and rebodying. Today we have got our brand new Fashionista 193 Ken, and he looks great. He is a rooted Ken. He doesn't have flocking on the side of his head. It looks like it is paint. He's got a tank top hoodie, some black capris, kinda, and he's wearing some white slides. He is on a slim Ken body, but he is very cool. Here is the UPC for anybody looking for him. You can screenshot that. And then he is right here with all of our new fashionistas. The only other ones I'm kind of tempted to like immediately get are going to be the hearing aid Barbie and the Vitiligo Ken, because I think I have a bunch of the right skin tone to where I could paint on the pink that his marks are. Because they didn't really do much on him. It's like his hands, and I think there's a couple of spots on his chest. So I wouldn't have to do that much painting on him. Normally, they do a lot of detailing on the Vitiligo bodies, to where you're like, I wouldn't be able to match that. But he looks pretty good. Like all of our recent fashionistas, he does come in a bag that is a zipper bag. So I love these zipper bags because I reuse them to store accessories. So hold on to your bags because they are nice and reusable. And again, he does have very cute artwork. He is, I think, a new face mold. I'm not sure. He looks kind of similar to the Merman Ken, but it's not exact. But he does just have the one little staple holding him in. As you can see, there he is. He is very pretty. He is kind of racially ambiguous. Like, he could be a white guy, he could be an Asian guy, he could be Latino. I'm not quite sure. But he's very pretty. So he's going into my collection, of course. I did actually order 2 of him because he hasn't popped up in stores yet, and I figured if I was going to wait, I would get 2. But the other is going to stay in my collection for when I have to reroute. So, as we can see, normal articulation here for Ken on these slimline bodies. I do wish they had the elbow and wrist articulation at least. I wish they would bring that back to all of the fashionistas and just charge us a little bit more. But they are not going to, most likely. So he does not have an exact skin tone match. I can tell you guys that because he is the same skin tone as our more recent Asian Ken with not the flat top, but the shaved sides and the bangs. I cannot remember what fashionista number that is, and I don't think he's on here. No, he's not. But he's very cool. So he is going to be kind of the closest match is going to be to Sean, which is our Barbie Looks model number 5. This guy, which thankfully I already had extras of, because he does work with a lot of the classic Kens also. So we'll see. But as you can see, he's got some kind of taupe slides. These are not actually white. These are a very light tan, which is kind of surprising. I thought they were going to be white. But we have our shoes right there. Some kind of like basic sweatpants, which will hopefully fit onto the regular line bodies. He does have a full hood, which is kind of surprising. Sometimes Barbie doesn't get a full hood. And it's not, well, it is open at the back, never mind. I thought it was going to be not open at the back. But, so it's kind of cool. You could repurpose this for Barbie. The shirts on Slimline Kens can be a little bit tight sometimes, but it's not an exact thing. See how much yellow is in his skin tone? So he does not have a perfect match yet. I was hoping that the new Barbie Looks line releases were going to give us another Ken that was going to be this skin tone. But alas, we did not get that for Wave 3. Hopefully Wave 4, if there is one, because I think these Barbie Looks have sold really well for Mattel, and it's at the perfect price point for all of us to, like, get multiples. So, let me get Sean open and show you guys. Let me show you from my Council of Kens box first, because there are a couple of different ones. So here is one out of the box. This is from my Council of Kens. See, that's not a perfect match, but if you're just looking at the head, it's close enough for comfort. The next closest one, I think, would be Wheelchair Ken, but that's a really light face for that body, which is why I went with the Sean, because our only other light skin tone one is this guy, and that is way too dark to match him. So it is a kind of a toss-up on just which tone you want to go with. If you are willing to spend a little bit more money, you can get the Integrity Toys new Hispanic tone doll. It's a it does run for $40. It's a little bit closer, but it's still not a perfect match to this skin tone, which is unfortunate, but kind of like that's what we do. And we just take the head off like that. Remember, if your head is squishy already, you're kind of good to go. I don't really want to heat his head up because it's going to mess with his hair. But that is the body that we have left over. And I'm not going to take this Sean's head off because this is my Council of Ken. So we are going to take this one out of his box. And the thing that I love about the Barbie Looks line is that they did give us really decent outfits to go with these dolls that have good bodies. Whereas like a lot of the yoga dolls have had just like kind of outfits. I liked the first series where they had the just the black pants because it made matching things really easy. But that is no longer the case for what they give us, because they've been giving us the flowery ones for a while now. I always forget this one's not a staple. It is a... Okay, so there we have him out. He, of course, does come with a stand, but I honestly don't care for those stands because they don't really hold up very well. They're like the basic, like, Barbie signature stands. So they're not bad stands, they're just, they don't hold up real well. Like, half the time the doll falls over in the stand, which makes me a little sad. I'm not a fan of these shirts that they gave us. Because they had to be like glued down with like stickers to actually like stay in, you know, in the correct spot, like while boxed, which I found kind of weird. But we do have our, I just trimmed my nails today too, so this is not helpful. But we have the tape off of there. Take those little black fuzzies off. And this has been inside my apartment, so it's probably a good soft head still. Yeah. I was like, I didn't have to buy him recently. So that's nice. Now, Target actually has their made-to-move dolls and a couple of the Barbie Looks dolls on their buy one get one half off. So if you're in the market, now's a good time to stock up. And see what I mean? It's not a perfect match, but it's closer than anything else I've got at the moment. Let's see what all we've got. So I do love the leather pants that they give us with Sean. So, but it is kind of funny because they do tape one of the knees, which I hate. Like, I get it. They want the joints to be secure in the way they pose them, but it really just makes for, like, kind of a pain to go through. These are almost the same pants that they gave us in the fashion pack. I think. Pretty close. So, they do fit his pants from his original outfit. They do fit on a regular Ken doll, but they're not as, I don't think they look as cute on him. I'm all for full-length pants. I don't even like cuffed sweatpants, like when I wear them. So we're going to put him back in his fun leather pants because there's just something a little fun and slutty about that. We're going to put his top back on because this top is nice and unique. I'm not always a fan of patterns when it comes to dolls, but, you know, when the pattern is not too garish, I'm okay with it. And this just kind of gives, you know, random vibes. But we can, of course, always put our Ken doll shoes on because even though Broad and Petite have different, or not Petite, but Slimline have different body types, they are the same shoes. So we have our old Sean head waiting to be repainted and things like that, but alas, I am not a perfect painter when it comes to doll faces. So we're going to put him right there in his chair to be a little further evaluated. See, it's not a bad match for a Ken doll body. Now, I'd love for them to do a made-to-move doll that's actually this skin tone because there are a couple. I think there's 3 total Kens that have this skin tone already of the new Fashionistas, but they would have to give us another head if they were going to do. Ooh, sorry. It's been a long day. I've been up very early today. Got up at 4 a.m. But he's very pretty. The body works well enough. If you were going to put sleeves on him, I don't think you'd really even notice there's a huge difference. And because there's really not, it's more of a slight difference. But this is in kind of white light. We have a cool light where you really don't see any difference. at a blue light where you really don't see much of a difference either. So this is my normal light though that I use. So I mean, he looks good. He's a fun little addition to my giant Ken family. And there are always new outfits coming out for Ken. So lots of ways to do that. And for the price of Fashionistas, which is about $10 usually, I think I paid $8.99 for him when I ordered him, but it may have been $10.99. I can't remember because it was from Amazon. Normally I pick my Fashionista stuff from Walmart, but I'd waited long enough for this guy to show up in my stores, so I gave up and just ordered him from Amazon. So he looks very good, and I'm excited to have him. And so that's how you rebody him. Again, I used Model Looks number 5. Not a perfect match, but not a horrible match. So you get what you get, really. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like. And as always, follow along for some more fun unboxings. Bye, y'all. Be good.